Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Okay, so I'm sure we're seeing the same thing. We're seeing all kinds of people making the point that you should never politicize a tragedy. What's going on in Los Angeles right now, after wildfires raged, is a horrible tragedy, and anybody making political points is automatically a bad person or a grifter. And of course, this argument is coming mostly from people on the left, which I find kinda rich, coming from the side that politicizes literally every tragedy, but even beyond pointing out the obvious hypocrisy. What we have here is a tragedy that happened. It seems as though chaos ensued and the system completely failed. And so I'm asking the question, how could that not be political? I mean, we're not talking about pointing the finger just for the sake of it. No, we're talking about demanding answers from the people whose job it is, literally, to prevent exactly this kind of failure. We're talking about basic accountability, not blind faith in leadership, as it seems the Democrats are proposing. Let's talk about this real quick. I got a clip to show you guys where Gavin Newsom gets confronted by a California resident. Let me show you guys this clip currently bouncing around the internet, then I'll add my take. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so let's just start off with the clip. I think I added enough context here.
Governor, you got a second? Governor, I live here, Governor. That was my daughter's school, Governor. Please tell me what you're going to do. I'm not going to hurt him, I promise.
I'm literally talking to the president right now to specifically answer the question of what we can do for you and your daughter.
Can I hear it? Can I hear your call? Because I don't believe it.
I'm sorry. There's literally, I've tried 5 times. That's why I'm walking around to make the call.
Why is the president not taking your call?
Because it's not going through. So
Why?
I have to get cell service.
So let's get it. Let's get it. I want to be here when you call the president.
I appreciate it. I'm doing that right now. And it's to immediately get reimbursements, individual assistance, and to help you. I'm devastated for you. I'm so sorry, especially for your daughter. I have 4 kids losing the school.
Everyone who went to school there, they lost their homes. They lost 2 homes because they were living in one and building another. Governor, please tell me, what are you going to do with the president right now?
We're getting the resources to help rebuild.
Why was there no water in the hydrants, Governor?
That's all literally.
Is it going to be different next time?
It has to be. Has to be. Of course.
What are you going to do?
I'm doing
to
everything
fill the
I can.
hydrants. I would fill them up personally. You know that.
I literally have.
I would fill up the hydrants myself.
I understand.
But would you do that?
I would do whatever I can.
But you're not. I see the. Do you know there's water dripping over there, Governor? There's water coming out there. You can use it.
I appreciate it. I'm going to make the call to address everything I can right now, including making sure people
I'd
are
like
safe.
to make sure you do. Can I have an opportunity to at least tell people you're doing what you're saying you're doing? Could somebody have a contact? Can I have your contact information?
Right there.
You know, the woman in the video may not have had the most polished delivery or the greatest approach, but I think she gets a pass. I think that's pretty irrelevant. She's a person who just lived through a disaster, and what you're seeing on clip is her raw frustration, raw anger, and I think it's totally 100% justified. You know, at the end of the day, it's not about being eloquent. I think it's more about speaking truth to power, and that's what Democrats are suggesting people avoid here. But I think it's the cornerstone to a free society and a thriving democracy. And this scenario right over here, just having the ability as a private citizen, having the freedom of speech, the freedom of dissent, to just straight up show up and challenge power, challenge the governor of your state. I mean, this is what it's about. I've seen some people in the comments section calling this person a conspiracy theorist or someone just looking to go viral, but I'm spending less time focused on the woman in the video and more time focused on Gavin Newsom, because it's evident that he's got freaking nothing. And what this video shows me is you've got a concerned citizen, frankly, you've got a pissed off citizen who did at one point ask the right question: why did the fire hydrants stop working? And we saw a Gavin Newsom who had nothing, no real answers. We saw him stumbling and fumbling, looking like a damn ghost, just trying so desperately to end the interaction and get back in his freaking black SUV. And why is it? Why no real answers? Well, it's because there are no answers. The real answer is he's failed. Plain and simple. The reality is California didn't end up in this mess overnight. There were concerns, I'd say there were repeated warnings, and there were clear signs that the state was woefully unprepared, not only for wildfires, but wildfires in high population residential areas. But instead of addressing those issues, what was Gavin Newsom focused on? Yeah, probably focusing on his activist fight to keep boys and girls sports, or pushing some sort of DEI initiative, or in true Gavin Newsom fashion, attending some fancy gala or dinner with Hollywood elites. Natural disaster preparedness? Infrastructure maintenance? Yeah, not a priority in Gavin Newsom's world, because he's all frickin' Hollywood. He's a politician who's all image with the frickin' slick back hair, all about pandering and empty platitudes, but no actual substance. And he's now caught here with his frickin' pants down, unable to address any concerns or any issues, because he knows deep down inside that truthfully the buck stops with him, and all of this happened under his watch, and it's completely exposed his incompetence as a leader. I mean, this moment, it's the perfect metaphor for California under Gavin Newsom's leadership. He's the slick, smooth-talking Hollywood governor with the aviator glasses and the black SUV. He's built his entire persona on looking like he's in charge and he's doing the important things, the next big thing that's going to address the real problems that the state is facing. But everything's gone to hell in a handbasket under his leadership. He's a complete fraud, a complete phony. Gavin Newsom, the guy who, as far back as 2008, launched his whole career on this promise that he was going to solve the homelessness crisis, and just look at the result. Nearly every single year, homelessness has gotten worse under his watch, but he's spent billions upon billions of taxpayer dollars to solve the issue of homelessness. He's wasting money on woke initiatives and big bloated bureaucratic slush funds. He's more focused on pleasing interest groups who support his political endeavors than he is on spending money effectively and efficiently, and more importantly, prioritizing actual important state priorities. No, none of that. Instead, what you get with Gavin Newsom is record homelessness and a woke fire department. It's insanity, and it's not just about Gavin Newsom. It's about a political class that has completely lost touch with the people that they serve, or they're supposed to serve, and also just completely lost touch with reality. And Newsom as a politician, Newsom in the video that I just showed you, I think he's the perfect embodiment of this system. A system that prioritizes virtue signaling, pandering, photo ops, and political theater over actual important solutions and effective governance. It's all about appearance with these people. It's all Hollywood. Meanwhile, what's actually happening behind the curtain, everything's falling apart, and that, I think, is the perfect metaphor for what's been happening in California. What used to be the great state of California has now become a global laughingstock. California is the butt of every freaking joke, and it's career Democrat politicians in leadership who enable that punchline. Gavin Newsom has failed California, he's failed its residents, and frankly, I agree with Donald Trump. It's time for this guy to resign in disgrace. He might as well join his best buddy Justin Trudeau, because he's basically the California mirror image. An absolute failed leader who should resign in disgrace. And that's not politicizing a tragedy for the purpose of a grift. No, I think that's just basic accountability. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys on this one. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.